So if you take any verb, ذهب, he went. We said if you put the ta for the subject, she did. So
If you don't mind coming a little bit back.
Yeah.
Just a little bit back.
So
No. Just pull this up. Pull this back. Alright, that's it. That's good.
Alright, these are all for the use. Right? ذهبت, me. ذهبت, you. ذهبت, you, female. ذهبتم, you group of male. ذهبتن, you group of female. ذهبتما, you too. Then the waw, ذهبوا, for
female.
the group of female that are absent. So he's absent, she's absent. ذهبوا is male, ذهبنا is female. So that's a group of male, group of female. A single female without anything, a single male. And this is, we said, subjects. Right? So verb. And now we said the objects. Okay. And we said the ya is for me. And so if we say ضرب, because what ذهب does not have an object. ضربني for the هو ضربه ضربها, right? ضربهم ضربهن ضربهما. This is for the absence. Okay, so for the present, me is me, that's I, right? Then we talk about ضربنا. Okay, or here we also say na for نحن, we. Okay, ضربنا for نحن, and ضربنا ضربني, ضربك for you, he hits you. ضربكم, okay, ضربكن, ضربكما for the two, right? Here is the absent. Who? Ha, hum, hunna, huma. The kaf is for the person you're talking to. ضربك, ضربكم, ضربكما. Right? ضربنا, we. ضربني, I. Okay? We're gonna add one more to it, then we're gonna use the Quran for the practice. Okay. You guys memorize this or not?
Yes.
I don't want to memorize, but yeah, I think.
We'll add, alright, all this is past. Alright? The Arabic language has actually a little bit more than there is in the present and a future. And the present, we separate two. How can we separate two? In the present, I can separate between something I'm ordering you to do. I want you to do it now. So I say, uktub, write. It is, I want you to do it now. It's a present, but it's an order. Or is I am writing now. So, or, complete or perfect in the English, which is I am doing it. I'm writing now. Okay? Then we also have a future constant for the future, tomorrow. I will do this. So we have the will and the shall. Okay? So we'll differentiate between these, then we'll use the Quran. So the will and the shall in the Arabic language are the seen or sawfa. You apply it to the present verb to make it future. Seen, you could say سأفعل أو سوف أفعل. You either do one letter or you do سوف.
What's the difference?
One is more immediate than the other. Seen alone is more immediate. سوف is I will. Call it seen I shall and the other I will. Or like the difference between would and will. Okay, so seen and self. But we're gonna talk about this today. The present that one of us is doing. So we said the past. ذهب, the verb without anything, is a he. ذهبت with the ta sakina is a she. Then tu tati tum tunna tuma na wa and nun. That's for the subject. And here is for the absent for the object. Who? ضربه, I hit him, hit her, hum, hunna, huma. For me, I'm talking. ضربني or ضربنا, we, ka, kum, kunna, kuma. These are for the object. So now we're going to add the construct for the present tense, and then we'll spend the rest of the time practicing from Surah Al-Qasas. To make any three-letter word that does not have a vowel as part of it, Akala has an alif as part of it, Qala has an alif in the middle, has a vowel. So we're not talking about the ones that has vowels. I'll explain the one that has vowels later. But ذهب, ضرب, شرب, قتل, all those three-letter words. What is it that if you add to it any of these letters, that becomes part of the word anaitu. If you put any of these, one of these letters in front of this, you make it present. So ذهب is the verb. He went. So if I put in front of it, أذهب. So you make the second letter always sukun, and the last is usually one. أذهب, that I. نذهب, we. يذهب, he. تذهب, she. And now you say, what about the plurals?
So the
Plurals is funny.
What is that? We? The?
Anaitu, alif, noon, ya, ta. Those four letters, if you put it in front of the past tense, you make it a present tense. Alif, noon. So nadhabu. So you make this nadhabu. يذهب تذهب. Alright? What about the plurals? You said we already know the plural, we is a plural, right? What about if we want to say them are going? They are going.
ذهبنا
No, the habna is past.
أو past. هما they.
Alright, it's a combination and one of those letters and then ending.
Oh.
So let's say if I say a group of men are going. We say for the one that we're talking about a he, we put a ya. So we put the ya as an indicator for the present and the he. Then we add to it waw noon يذهبون for the men or يذهبن for the women.
Okay.
Okay. أو تذهب you are going. تذهبون أو تذهبن for the female. So you either add waw noon or waw noon to this after the ya, or you add the ta after the ta, the waw noon. For the
So what's the meaning of that one?
يذهبون يذهبون group of men go. يذهبن group of men went. تذهبون you group of men go. تذهبن you group of women go. And we said in the Arabic language the two is another construct. So for the two it's an alif noon. So يذهبان أو تذهبان. So you do alif noon instead of waw noon for the two. We said the alif is an indicator of the two. So whenever you see a verb that, especially if it's a 4-letter verb, because all we have done is we added a letter to the 3-letter verb, and you see it started with one alif noon ya ta, it's an indicator it's present tense. All right. So now let's look at this combination. We took a 3-letter word, and we added 10 here. We added 10 here. We added 10 here. That's 30 factorial. Right? So now what we are going to do is we are going to open Surah Al-Qasas, and I want you now to tell me when I give you an ayah, what is the verb, what is the subject, what is the object, and whether it's a present or past tense. The rules are on the wall. Right? So I'm going to write an ayah. Or do you have the Quran and you want to look it up? فجاءته إحداهما تمشي على استحياء. Let me write it.
Which,
I'm gonna highlight. Alright, look Surah Al-Qasas up. One of the two girls, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, one of the two girls came after he watered the animals for them, and they went home and came back. One of them came shyly, walking shyly. فجاءته إحداهما, one of the two girls, تمشي على استحياء, walking shyly. قالت إن أبي, she said, my father, يدعوك, is inviting you, ليجزيك, to reward you, أجر ما سقيت لنا, for you, reward you for the work you did to water our animals for us.
which verse is that?
Page 2,
It's
2.5. What ayah is that? No, after that, no here.
Is it 25?
Fajat, yep,
Yeah, 20.
Yeah.
25.
Who's got?
Alright, mister. I am going to start with you.
Let me get there.
Find the first highlighted word and tell me what the verb is, who the subject is, who the object is, and whether it's past or present. فجاءته. What does جاء means? Came. فجاءته. جاءته. I want verb, subject, object, and tense. You could tell 4 things from this word. All 4. جاءته has 4, it gives you 4 things. The verb, the subject, the object, and the tense.
So who is going to tell me which is that object, right?
You tell me.
But
The who part,
The who part is the object.
the object, right?
Talking about Sayyidina Musa. So it is a he, right?
Right.
So she came to him. It's a him.
Right.
We know by the context of the ayah. So that's the object is the him.
Right.
That's the who part. What is the verb?
Yeah.
What is the verb?
جاءت is it's a verb.
Verb will be
فجاء.
Ja'a is the verb. And we said the verb without any attachment is a he.
the he.
But here he said فجاءته.
Ah,
What did we say when you add the
Ta.
it's, the ta sakina?
She.
It's a she.
She.
So the subject is,
It's a
She.
she. Okay, go.
so
And,
she
verb
came
him.
to him.
Him.
So she is the subject, him is the object, the verb is ja. Is it present or past?
That's a present, right?
Why?
Verbs. Oh, no,
Does it
it's
have
a-
any
it's a
of those
past.
4?
Past tense.
Past. Right? Allah is telling us a story. It doesn't have any of the 4. If it doesn't have any of the 4, it's not present.
Right, right.
so what's the fa in the front?
Fa is like an and, but
Oh,
in medium.
and those are part. I don't know.
It's an and. So ja'athu, she came to him in the past. You get four meaning out of this. You get the verb, you get the subject, you get the object, and you get the tense. Right?
Which is the tense you mentioned here?
Ja'a is
Ja'a.
past. If it doesn't have any of these,
Surprise.
It's past.
unless it's an order. But it's not our subject today. فجاءته جاء, right? جاء is the verb. To جاءت. So she did, that is the subject. Who is the object? She came to him. The Arabic language, the verb comes before the subject. She came to him. فجاءته إحداهما. When you see the ma, what does that tell you? It's a two. One of the two girls. إحداهما. Remember, we keep saying ma huma. When it's a huma, it's a two. فجاءته إحداهما. Okay, Mister.
Yes.
تمشي. Give me the verb, the subject, and the tense, and whether there is an object or not. What does masha mean?
Tamshi means walk, right?
Walk. Masha means walk. Tamshi is what? Look at the board. The answer is on the board.
Ah, it's present.
It's a present and it's
So
a what?
It's a she.
It's
She's
the
walking.
she.
Yeah. So she's walking.
Tamshi.
Yes.
Tamshi.
One of the two girls came walking.
That is the ya here, right?
Tamshi. Forget about the ya because the masha, the alif at the end became a ya. So that's a different concept. But what you see here is it started with the ta.
Yeah.
Right? And we said the ta, you add it to the beginning of the word, the verb, the three letter, the past tense is masha. So we added the ta to it. Tamshi. You add the ta, it's a female present tense. So the verb is masha, walk. But it's present, and the one who's doing the walking is a female. There is no object because walking does not require an object. While ja requires an object. I came to you. It required an object. While walking does not require an object. Tamshi. So what does tamshi tells you? It's a present tense and it's a female.
Okay, I would have got confused by that because,
Beginning.
oh, it's not a dead ya. Okay, it's not that dead ya. Okay,
No,
you
it's
told
not
us.
the maya.
Yeah, okay.
It is the alif masha.
Okay.
Like I said, when it has a vowel, we're gonna replace the vowel with either a waw or a ya. For instance, qala yaqulu. We turn the alif into a waw. Masha yamshi. We turn the alif into a ya. So that's why it's a little bit confusing, but you have to find the root verb, the past tense. Like I said, you always need to go back to the past tense. So once you go into the past tense is masha. So you know when you make it a present, you're gonna turn the alif into a waw or a ya. But you notice by just adding the ta in front, I knew it's a she. على استحياء. عمر قالت.
She said.
Yeah.
She said.
Okay.
That's it. All right.
You got it right.
Because ta is here.
Yes. All right. Do abi. It's not a verb, but it had a ya at the end here. In abi.
Abi is father. Father. Son.
Father.
My father.
When you see the ya,
Alif. Yeah.
ya here most of the time is for
I is for
the
Alif, right?
I. Inna Abi, from Aba, Abi, my father. I'm giving you a very challenging word now. Yad'uka. It has all three. It has the verb. It has the subject. It has the object. Yad'uka. Da'a is to invite. The three-letter verb is da'a, to invite. I've invited you. So she said, my father is inviting you over to dinner or whatever. So yad'uka.
So it starts with yeah.
The ka would indicate that
You.
you male,
You male.
right?
And that's the object, right?
And it's a past tense verb
Why?
because it doesn't have one of these four.
Look at.
It had that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
is
had the yeah.
Oh.
Yad'uka.
So he,
That's present then. Yeah, is
present
present.
he.
Sorry.
So the father has invited, so
My father, yad'uka, is inviting you. So yeah, it tells you it's a present.
Right.
There's now one of these things in the middle, so it's a he, because we did not add.
Right.
Then we put the kaf for the object,
on the object.
you.
Right.
So he, which means my father, is the subject. Da is the verb, which is invite, but it's in the present tense because of the ya. It means a he. Ka, yad'uka, you. My father is
You.
inviting you. Right? Well, finish this. Yajziyaka.
Same thing as this one.
Uh-huh.
Okay. We'll just say
Jaza is to reward.
jaza. So he rewards jaza.
Is yajziyaka. Starts with a ya. So we said if it started with a ya, what does it tell us?
That's present tense.
Present, and who's the subject? He.
Yo, he again, just like this one. What's the meaning of the verb again?
To reward.
To reward. So
It's
he
Z is
rewards
reward, is it?
To reward you.
you, meaning
Exactly.
Ka is you.
implied
Yajziyaka.
group of males.
No, single male.
Oh,
Ka.
Yajziyaka.
Oh, okay.
You male.
Just like yad'uka, yajziyaka, but identity. Inviting you to reward you. So we have the ya, which indicates a he present, and we have the kaf, which means the object is you, male. Okay?
So the lam before yeah.
Is because he's invited you to. We need the two. And the lamb is the two. My father. Alright.
Yes.
Saqaita
Sakaita.
lana.
Where's Sakaita? Okay.
Alright, I'll write it down.
Sakaita, so you, so you male. Is you male right here.
Alright. Is it
I
past
don't know
or
what
present?
Sakaita is.
Sakai.
Water.
Water, so you watered. It's a
It's
past
tense.
because there's no.
Exactly. يجزيك أجر ما سقيت لنا. Okay, let's continue. فلما جاءه.
Ja is he came.
Okay, so tell me who's the subject, the object, and the verb and the tense. Give me all four in جاءه.
Verb is to come, right?
Yeah, and what is in Arabic? جاء is the
جاء.
verb.
Ja'a.
Ja is we did
He
it
came,
before.
just like
He
فجاء.
Fajaa.
جاء
Fajaa.
came.
Yeah.
Is it past or present?
Past.
It doesn't have any of those four letters in it. It's past. Who came?
Who?
No, when we say we don't, we have
Oh,
not.
he came.
He came because we did not have
Right,
time.
right. He came to
Then
you,
جاءه to him.
to him.
Who is for
Oh,
him?
who is him, right.
Remember the ha is for him, for the absent. فلما جاءه, when Sayyidina Musa went to their father, وقص عليه القصص. قص, told the story. What is, okay, where is the verb? Is it present tense or past tense?
Which one?
قص.
Stories are past always.
Oh, I can add to
Yeah.
any of these things. I
This is
make it
past.
present. أقص, I tell the story now. All I have to do is take the, for any of those four, I can make it present. So قص, he, we said when we don't attach anything, it's a he. So it's a past tense with a he. When he, Sayyidina Musa, told him the story, فَلَمَّا قَصَّ عَلَيْهِ الْقَصَص قَالَ, he said, right? لا تخف. Started with a ta, means a present. However, now it's an order. That's why it's a three-letter, not four-letter. قال لا تخف. Don't be afraid. Alright, so here is the story. I mean, now this should be telling you, then he says, نجوت. Alright? Naja is to escape. Is this past or present?
Present.
It is actually
Oh, it's a
past
past tense
because,
verb, but it starts with a
because
noon.
the noon is inherited with eyes of the
Sorry.
naja. Is to escape. Najauta. You escaped. Ta. Saqaita.
Yeah, but noon is in front, right?
Yeah, but noon is not added to the verb, it's part of the verb.
It's part of the
Oh, it's part of it.
قال, there is no noon. نقول is not نقول. ذهب, there is no noon. نذهب.
Having said that, you would never add another noon in front of that verb.
You
'cause
can't.
You would have to add one of the others.
Actually you do. You say
Okay.
ننجو.
Oh, okay. Is there rules
That
about which one
becomes
of
a
those you
present?
add, or is that?
No, it's
okay.
the same rules. It
No, I
doesn't
mean-
change.
To make it present tense, is there certain rules about?
No,
Oh,
it's who you're talking about. Is it you talking about me?
oh okay.
We're talking about him? We're talking about us? Who we're talking about? So the rule is who we're talking about. There is no difference. You just
Gotcha,
add
you're right.
ننجو. فاليوم ننجيك ببدنك. قال نجوت من القوم الظالمين. So now the surah the ayah becomes a lot more. Let's take it now once again. فجاءته. She came to a single woman. Came to him. إحداهما, that means she's one of two. Right? تمشي, she is walking. Right? She and walking, it's like a present tense. تمشي على استحياء, she's shy. قالت, she said, إن أبي, my father, يدعوك, is inviting, present tense, you. ليجزيك, to reward you. أجر ما سقيت, for you watering. For us. فلما جاءه, and when he came to him, and he told him his story, he said, don't be afraid no more. You have escaped the bad people. Now the ayah should infinitely, right, give you that depth of meaning, right? If it doesn't, we're wasting time. Right? You're with me? But what your job is we started dissecting the verb and just examining it, and with practice this becomes second nature. فجاءته, جاء came, that means past tense. أت, that means she. Who? To him. So one word alone gave us verb, tense, the subject and the object, right? So now you should, from an understanding point of the Quran, it should have start giving you more meaning. Okay, we continue. Let's use the ayah after that. Okay. The ayah after that says, قالت إحداهما. يا أبت استأجره إن خير من استأجرت القوي الأمين. قالت, brother, no help. نعيم, قالت. Tell me. قالت. Who did what?
It's a past, because there's none of those in the front.
Okay.
So
قالت.
it's a she.
Alright, so she said.
She said.
Alright, إحداهما. One of them, meaning one of the two. Huma means two. So one of the two, and they're females because قالت. إحداهما يا أبت استأجر. Hire him, O my father. إن خير من استأجرت. The best that you hire, alright, استأجرت. Okay, that's a verb. And it ends with تح. استأجر is to hire. One, two, three, four, five. Right? It's a verb. It's the fifth letter of verb. استأجر. إن خير من استأجرته. استأجر is to hire somebody for labor.
Who is him, right?
Yeah, him. استأجرته. You. The best one you hire. قوي is the strong. Amin is the trustworthy. So one of the two girls said, "Oh father, hire him." استأجره. It's a فعل أمر. It's an order. Oh father, hire him. And we said who means him as the object. Oh father, hire. She's ordering him, her father, in a nice way. قالت يا أبت استأجر. Who? Hire him. So the verb is استأجر, hire. She's telling her father, hire him. So now we know the object is a him. إن خير, the best that استأجرت, you hire. القوي الأمين is the strong and the trustworthy. So now actually a picture starts forming in our minds. He goes, yeah, he sees these two strangers, keeping their animals away. He says, what's your story? They say, our father is old. We wait for everybody to go away. So he does give them water and he goes away, does not ask for anything. And they go early to their father. Their father says, what's their story? He sends one of them back. فجاءت. Now she comes, but now she is shy. In the beginning, they were not shy, because he was a stranger and they didn't know he is, and he was just asking a question. But now she's coming back with a message. Now there is that personal conversation. Her father is sending her back with a message. So she's coming shy. فجاءته إحداهما تمشي على استحياء قالت إن أبي يدعوك ليجزيك أجر ما سقيته فلما جاءه وقص. Now it tells you, okay, Sayyidina Musa went there, he sat with their father, told him his story, and it was a sad story, all that. And the father said, don't worry no more, don't be afraid, you escaped, you'll be fine with us. Now one of them says, oh father, hire him, he's strong, he's trustworthy, he worked for us, he didn't do anything, he didn't take anything, he didn't ask for anything, but he was strong, he didn't worry about the sheep herders or all that, he worked and he's trustworthy. But now you see almost like a movie in your head, there is all that, right? قالت إحداهما يا أبت استأجره إن خير من استأجرت القوي الأمين. Now you see the beauty of the Quran, now you're seeing the movie in your head through the words. Now you see the rest of the movie, right? Now the father goes back and he says, قال إني أريد أن أنكحك إحدى ابنتي هاتين. قال, he said, إني, I, أريد, want. Is this present or past? Present. And who's the subject? I want. أنكحك. أنكح is to marry.
Nikah from here.
أنكحك. Kah. When did we say the kah? So, أنكحك. I want to marry you to one of my daughters. So it's a present tense that I am the subject, I'm the one who will marry you, and you the object. Present tense, I'm the subject, you're the object. We'll continue. He said, I want now, present tense, أن أنكحك, to marry you to one of my two daughters. على أن تأجرني 8 حجج. تأجرني. There is a verb, there is a subject, and there is an object.
Because of the ta is
present, and who is the subject? You. Right? Ta is for you.
Oh, right.
Ta is. Alright, أذهب, نذهب, يذهب, تذهب you.
It's not she.
You, whether it's
you female.
Male or female, تذهب. For you is you. You know your gender, right? So على أن تأجرني. So you, and we said ni is what? Me. So I'm the object. He said, you work for me. You work for me. تأجرني. You see how concise.
So ta is you. You.
Ta is you.
No matter male or female, it's
Yeah.
that person talking to you.
So you work for me على أن تأجرني 8 حجج 8 years وإن أتممته. This is past tense. أتم is the alif, is part of it. أتممت. If you complete, أتم to complete. So you say, I'll let you marry one of my 2 daughters if you work for me 8 years, but if you make it, if you complete it, ta is you. أتممت.
So alif is
The
alif
alif
is part.
is part of it.
Oh, okay, part of the word.
Yeah.
Okay, so you completed.
You complete, if you completed 10, that's, generosity from you. Okay? Alright, we continue and we end with this. ستجدني إن شاء الله من الصالحين. What did we say the scene stands for at the beginning?
Future.
Future. So if you do 10, you will inshallah تجدني. Alright? So there is a verb, there is a subject, and there is an object. نعيم. وجد is found. تجد, who is the subject? Ta. Ta. Look at the right side of the board. You.
You. Yeah.
تجد, who's the object? تجدني. Now look at the far left.
Yeah, is there.
Ni.
Me.
When you see ni, that's mean. Means me as the object.
Well, not necessarily the knee, but
The
dead
e sound.
Noon, yeah,
But the noon comes as a separator.
Oh,
You can't say tajidi.
yeah, I know, but
It's here for women. So tajiduni.
I'll remember that it's knee.
Yeah. So ni is for me as the object. Satajiduni. You will find me. Look at satajiduni. Sa in the future. You, and the subject is you. Right? And the verb is to find. And ni is me. So satajiduni means, see how long it's English. You will find me. Will is the sa. You is the ta. Find is tajid. And me is the ni.
Can you repeat once again?
Alright. Sa
Sa is
will.
correct.
Will.
Future.
Ta is you. Wajada, jad, is
verb.
find.
Verb.
That's the verb for find. Ni is me.
So if it's you shall find me, what will be in the front?
Same thing.
Or سوف تجدني. You could say
Sofa. Okay.
تجدني.
Okay. Sofa.
But this is immediate. You will immediately find me. إن شاء الله شاء. What is شاء? What tense? Who's the subject?
Future tense.
No, شاء. شاء الله. إن شاء الله.
Oh,
شاء. He will. There is nothing attached to it, so it's a he. And it's a he, and it's a past tense. It doesn't have any of these things, so it's a past tense. Inshallah, Allah will min as-salihin. Alright? Is this helpful or not? You guys gotta tell me, because
Yes.
to me this is,
Started
Nah.
interesting little bit.
you know what I'm saying? You should now be able to know a whole lot from the ayah. So for instance, you read satajiduni, you, the future tense, you find me, right? You got 5 information out of a single word. Satajiduni.
As long as somebody could point out the verb,
Yeah,
then we got it.
Well, that's why it's, what happens is you gotta build that vocabulary,
Right.
And we need to build that vocabulary. But now I want you to read the Surah Al-Qasas and start dissecting it this way. Okay? And try now to see if your comprehension of the Quran got a little bit better without looking at the tafsir. You know what I'm saying? That is the objective. That is the objective we're trying to do. Is not just build your vocabulary, but you're lost as to who, the what, and the who.
But the tafsir would help me check myself, though.
It does.
Right.
It does. But I want you to dissect it, right? And see if you can guess the time, and the type of verb, and the subject and the object from the ayah, and see if the comprehension you get. Read the ayah first, then look at the tafsir, then dissect it last. After you dissect it, compare your comprehension from reading the tafsir till after you dissect it. Did you get more information than even the tafsir gave you? Right? Now, do you kind of get that? But the beauty of, when we dissect these two ayahs that we recited, like I said, you could actually see the movie, the sequence of events. You could visualize how one of them came, how she walked, how she was walking, how she was shy, how she said, how Sayyidina Musa told his story, how the father responded, how one of the two girls said, hire him, how the father said, marry one of my daughters, but work for me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You get now the emotional side of the story. Now you're here, you're visualizing it. You should be able to visualize, and that is be better from my tafsir. Visualization is the most important aspect in understanding the Quran, is to visualize. And here, when you dissect it, you should be able to really, in your head, truly see a movie. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is describing the emotions to us, right? You could feel the emotion, you could see the emotion, you could see, you could even imagine, meaning, Sayyidina Musa is telling the story, قَالَ لَا تَخَفْ, don't be afraid. So there is this fear, there is this anxiety, there is this thing that Sayyidina Musa was having, to the point the father said, don't be afraid. Then this one of the other girls, oh, father, he's strong and trustworthy, hire him. And she used the word abati, which means, oh dear father. You see the relationship between the father and the daughter, how she talked to her father. I mean, it's really, truly, truly packed with emotion if you read it correctly. If you take the time to dissect it, it's very packed with emotion, very powerful imagery that you'll find in these 2-3 verses of the Quran. Very packed with imagery. And that's what I want you, it takes time.
Yeah, once in each one of the letters, here and there, inshallah, once you get that one, it's easy.
But I need you guys to practice. That's the thing. So today we went down to five. We went down to 5 more practice. We went down to 5 students. Next week, if we go to 3,
now what's the next week schedule? It's the same thing you're going to cover.
We just go.
Until you get this,
Yeah,
I want you to get
I
this.
think we need to do.
You need to practice this more.
So same Surah Al-Qasas, another 3 more ayahs.
We'll continue with Surah Al-Qasas is till it ends. You're gonna find all the topics we want to find. Right? Inshallah. جزاك الله